Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, We're the Movie Couple. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And this is our non-spoiler review for The Fall Guy. Colt Seavers is a stuntman, and like everyone in the stunt community, he gets blown up, shot, crashed, thrown through windows, and dropped from the highest of heights, all for our entertainment. And now, fresh off an almost career-ending accident, this working-class hero has to track down a missing movie star, solve a conspiracy, and try to win back the love of his life while still doing his day job. The very first time we saw the trailer for The Fall Guy, we knew it just looked like a good time. And the best part is that it's directed by David Leitch, who is a former stuntman doing a movie about the stunt community. And I was like, this is so, in a way, meta, obviously, and also perfect. And also we knew that if he's behind the cameras, we were going to get really, really, really good look at all the stunts because he's going to know how to shoot them.
Yeah, and we saw that in the trailer. We saw that just how good those action scenes looked. The comedy looked really good. The dialogue between Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt just looked hilarious. And we were very excited to go see this movie. I was actually just gnawing at the bit. I was like, I have a feeling that this is going to be an excellent movie, and I'm really glad that we finally got to go see it.
Yeah, I really like the story. I know it's inspired by the 80s show with the same name, starring Lee Majors, but they obviously did a little bit more update. It's not a period piece, it's modernized. And I just love how much humor is actually in this. And I think I'm surprised by it because I was expecting, I don't know, I didn't expect it to be this funny. And I know that Ryan is pretty good at improv. I think there was a lot of lines that he said in Barbie as Ken that were improv, and there were behind the scenes stuff of like everybody, you know, on the crew cracking up because, and the stars cracking up because he's so funny. I feel like him and Emily's chemistry, their dynamic was so good that they probably were able to go off the script a little bit and just really have fun with that story. And I feel like David is the kind of director that if his leads are having fun, he's going to let them roll with the punches.
Yeah, because there's a lot of just banter back and forth between Ryan and Emily that are just feels so natural, and it really does seem like they kind of sat down and watched a couple just start to bicker in the dialogue that they kind of want, and they're like, we like that, we're going to use it, and it just felt natural. It was really fun to watch, and that was actually something that I liked about everyone in this cast. They were all really fun. They were all really the characters that you would like just want to hang out with for a little bit. And that is something that I think carried the movie very well throughout the entire movie.
So essentially, Ryan Gosling plays a stuntman, Colt Seavers, and he is the stunt double for Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, Tom Ryder. And it shows in the trailer, and basically after a very bad accident on set that basically almost ended his career, he kind of like takes a step back. He's like, whoa, I gotta retire. But then he is called back onto set of a Tom Ryder movie, except that the movie star is missing. So how do they continue the movie? And he's really resisting on like going back. He's like, I don't know about this. And the one hook they got in him was that, well, Emily Blunt's character Jodie is the director of this movie. You don't want her movie to fail, do you? And he's like, ah! And so there was a lot of like that back and forth of the, you know, him feeling really guilty about potentially ruining the last movie that she was involved in by no fault of his own because it was an accident. No one could have seen that coming. And so there's hesitation in that going back in. They have a little bit of a romance, and he, you know, wasn't communicating with her. So there's a lot of that plays into the comedy of it and the frustration that she felt toward him. Like, hey, and like she really held her own in the movie too. Like she wasn't, her character wasn't sort of like damsel in distress, like, oh, I need help and this and that. She's like, no, I got this. I actually don't need you on set, so you can leave. And he's like, no, I'm here to stay. Mm-hmm. And it's just so great. The stunts, the action is nonstop, as we expected.
From the very beginning,
oh my
too.
gosh.
And I like also the fact that all of the stunts really had a place and a purpose and a reason, and they fit into the storyline. And I love the ones where stunts that are being done for the camera and the ones that are being done like in the storyline of the movie, and everything just fit together. I love the fact of the way it was filmed. You could tell that it was a former stunt guy that was filming these, because they all looked beautiful. They were all beautifully shot to where it really does feature what the stuntman is doing. It also featured just all of these things that these stuntmen do and all these stunt people, that it shows that this is just a love letter to them. It shows all the hard work that they go through, and there's even a few little lines in there that just show how much they're really like not recognized for their hard work, and just how their skills and their talents are slowly kind of being replaced, and more and more of the stuntman is being erased from cinema.
And this kind of goes into a further conversation of why there aren't like an Academy Award category for stunts. And we've been saying this, not us, but just like I think people in general in the industry have been saying this for a long time now. I think it's finally going to happen
or something,
or
yeah.
Something like that. But they definitely are very much the unsung hero of movies. Ryan has said this in kind of like a interview. Oh, actually, it was during the Stuntacular kind of Q&A. He said, you know, they're kind of like a little bit like ninjas. Those were my words, not his. But he said, you know, they kind of come in, they take the punches for you, they take the fall for you, and then they go back and they disappear into the night. Because their faces obviously are very well hidden. So they touch on that, and I really...
good stuntman is never seen.
Yeah, and I just really loved how Leitch was able to focus on, one, the story that he created for this movie, and also really showcase what the stunt men and stunt performers go through on a day-to-day basis on set. And also, like, you know, if you've ever worked on a film set before, like this movie, it's kind of feel like home, and all the terminology and all the stuff that could go wrong in a production, and when that happens, and the lingo and all of that stuff, like I was eating it up, you know. So it's very meta. It's a movie within a movie, but it's really well done. This movie, it just packs it all in its 2 hours and 6 minutes. We were never bored. We were thoroughly entertained. Like, this is one of those movies where you want to cheer and clap, and you want to go back and watch it again, because there's certain reveals that they do that is so interesting. Not completely unpredictable.
Yeah.
But still, they make it really interesting. I would also advise that you guys stay throughout the credits. There are some really cool as the credits roll, like behind the scenes shots of how they execute and how they do each really like the bigger scale stunts in the film. And there is also a post-credit scene, so make sure you stay for that. I know this movie broke the record for the most cannon roll in a film.
Yeah, I think that cannon rolls when you flip the car, and how many flips you're actually able to get. And they broke the world record of, they have 8, so...
Yeah, 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah. I was trying to count at the end, because they re-showed that one again, and everybody's reaction to, you know, them breaking the record. So I'm pretty sure they kind of reworked it into the script immediately. Like, let's just go say this. And
I also like the fact that in this movie there's some really fun cameos in some certain spots. So keep your eyes open for those. Yeah.
And I gotta say, just like one last thing before we give our rating. We know this about Ryan Gosling, but he is so magnetic in this movie. As I'm watching him, I'm like, man, you can really do it all, because we've seen him do darker movies. He can obviously do comedy, and he can do action. He's
so charismatic.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, really fun. And again,
very jealous of his abs. I mean, there's
so many abs in this movie, because we also have Aaron Taylor Johnson abs in this movie. And I would also like to say, I feel like this is in a meta way, like a Barbenheimer too, because we have Emily Blunt, who starred in Oppenheimer, and obviously Ryan as Ken in Barbie. So it's kind of like funny the timing of this like coming out.
The two co-stars go off and make their own movies.
We're gonna make our own movie. So with that said, we're gonna go ahead and give you our rating. The movie couple rating scale is listed for you in the video description below. Look, I had so much fun going into this, and my expectation was already pretty high going in because a couple of my fellow friends saw it already and they were raving about it. Rotten Tomatoes right now, I think it's sitting at like 90%. I was like, well, okay, bring it. And I am so satisfied. I'm so happy. I actually can't wait to see this again. This is the kind of movie you want for a summer blockbuster. This is the kind of movie you need to experience in the theater with an audience. It is a catch it opening night for me.
Yeah, this is definitely the beginning of the blockbuster season. It is the definition of an action comedy with characters that you love, with really cool stunts, really cool explosions, really cool moves, and there's also a couple of really good fights in this movie. It is a joy to watch. I was never bored, loved the characters. I am going to give this a catch it opening night as well. Lots of fun.
Well, there you have it. That is our thoughts on The Fall Guy. Let us know your thoughts once you've seen the movie in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thumbs up from us, and we will see you in the next one.